CVS Healthcare, not one I own or plan to own, but can it really generate that 27%? Here's something I want to teach you for those of you interested in investing and looking at these things. It's certainly broken out from this downward trend that it's had for a long period of time. What often happens when these breakouts happen, I'm going to give you a quick lesson in reading price charts, is you often get a fall and a pull back. To get one twice really is heartbreaking, and in this case it's happened not least because of what's happening in the United States with healthcare and it being in a precarious condition because of budget cuts. Anyway, since then, that move up would mean this projection. Now, why have I come up with that projection? Really what we're looking at when we do these projections is it some kind of growth rate it's had in the past? On the basis, companies tend to have the same management and they tend to do the same returns. Now, the fact that Goldman Sachs 2 days ago on the 14th of October gave it a buy rating, that concerns me less, and Wells Fargo have previously, and so on. Those kind of things, slightly less important. What I want to do instead is give you a few other useful lessons. If you are, of course, investing, then you probably care less about stop losses because you're investing, and you probably want the kind of investments where the stock to fall, you'd want to buy more. If you can't meet that precondition that you'd want to buy more were the stock to fall, you probably don't want to invest in it at all. So if we go back to this and we say, well, wait a minute, what if I want to trade, which I don't recommend, but let's say you wanted to trade. Well, there's a couple of things you should be aware of. There is this term, head and shoulders, and this is an inverse head and shoulders, where you take from this neckline. So that's a shoulder, that's the head, that's a shoulder. You take this drop, you can see why people don't like price charts when they're looking at things. And you say, well, above that breakout, it should go another similar distance from the neckline to the peak of the head. Now, I've written about this in my various books, and you can download free copies on campaignforamillion.com. Okay. So the idea being it would go up that much, which ties in also nicely with that gain. Like I said, it's just full disclosure. I don't own it. I don't plan to own it. I've got a portfolio. Thank you very much. But I just wanted to use this as an educational tool for you. And there is something else. You have, of course, a move up in that direction on the momentum. And this moving average indicator is just looking at the short and medium term average prices. So there's a lot of reasons to think that. But what if you did want to trade it, which I don't recommend, then what would be your